Hello and welcome back. Was that?
Welcome back to Take Two. Did you watch Take One?
Hello and welcome back to a same-day edition of Why Be Entertained. I'm UV,
I'm Bethany.
and this is the second time we're shooting this video because the first time two of the cameras weren't recording.
Yay!
Nice.
Nice.
So before we get into it, let me quell any fears. I know some of you were worried, some of you were concerned. That why have there been no fireplaces in the last couple of videos?
Oh, true.
So
True.
you got one right there.
Yeah.
There you go. And then we got another one right over there. So our first video
Yeah.
that we shot today, we had a lot of technical issues. We had phones not working. We had gimbals dying.
Yep.
We had microphones not working.
Yep.
We got all that resolved, shot the whole video, and then realized that two of the cameras weren't recording. So camera one,
Camera two.
not recording. So I'm pretty sure this time around they are recording.
Yeah, let's hope.
Let me check.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, we're good. And here's the thing though, I checked last time as well, and they were incrementing, but then we get done and the video's just nowhere. So that was pretty dope. That was
Yes.
pretty dope. I like it. So you might be wondering why I'm wearing such a stylish yet sporty vest. This was presented to me actually. It was a New Year's Christmas gift from my parents. But wore this because we ran a 5K today. Which was fun. So this was a prep 5K to view the new route that's going to be used in the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon in April. So it was a lot of fun. It was mad cold.
Yes.
Like 37 degrees
Very
while we were
cold.
running.
Very cold.
The 5K was fun though. I think this was the fastest 5K we ran.
I think the first one was back in August.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one was back in August, and I don't know if you can tell. This body's not meant for running. This body is not.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Right.
It will. We're
This
getting
body's
there.
not optimized for running. It is getting there.
Yeah.
But back in August, even more so.
Yeah.
And so that 5K was murderous.
Right.
Like by the end of it, I was just like, put me out of my misery.
You know what's funny is back when we did the 5K, I was definitely more concerned about just, I don't know, like that adrenaline. I remember we first started. First of all, I think we were way too fast.
Yeah.
We got out of breath pretty quick. And I was just like emotionally like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do this. It's just a 5K and I don't think I can do this.
We started running right at the beginning of the 5K, done zero training, and we're out the gate at like a 9-minute mile pace. And we're going, I'm looking at my watch, and I'm like, hey, this is great pace. We'll be done in 27 minutes.
And I'm thinking to myself, there is no way I can keep up with him. What is going on? I'm horrible.
And then-
I don't know how to do this.
And then a quarter mile in, my body was like, hey, bruh, you had your fun. Let's come back down to earth now.
We've done what we did the 5K, we did a half marathon.
Yeah.
And our next goal is a marathon. I think we didn't prep for the half marathon as much as I wanted us to, or we should have, but it was kind of just, circumstances not necessarily under our control.
And I mean, we made it through the
We
half
did.
marathon, and I think like the first 8 miles, I think we're fine. Like it was pretty good actually.
Yes.
And then mile 8 to mile 10, it was like, okay, I'm starting to feel some pains that I was
Yeah.
not expecting. My
Right.
hip is starting to hurt
Yeah.
somehow. And then mile 10 to mile 12 was like recovering from the pain, but like just
pushing through.
yeah, but like slowing down. Like
Yeah.
it was a lot
Oh
of pushing
my gosh.
through.
We got really slow.
And then mile 12 to 13, I was like, if we can get through this without breaking up, like I think we're good. Because my God,
That was mental.
That was rough.
That was a mental challenge
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
was rough. And I knew it was bad when like going downhill felt worse than going uphill.
Right.
I was like, this sucks.
Like, can we just keep it flat for the next
Yeah.
half mile, please?
And then the last 0.1 mile though, adrenaline.
Yeah. As soon as we heard the crowds, we heard the cheering, we're like, oh my gosh, we're actually close.
Yeah, it's happening.
We're really close. And then we like held hands and we were all smiles going through that.
Yeah, because there's a picture.
Then everything else just floated away. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we made
Well, until
it.
we got done.
Yeah, exactly. You know what else happened? Remember my watch stopped working?
Oh my God.
I think I was adjusting and it like came off and so it like paused my workout. So I got to the end and I hadn't run
It was
a
like
half marathon.
I think it was
yet.
like 0.1 mile short.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, we'll walk to the car. We'll keep your watch going.
Cause ain't no
Remember?
way. Cause look, you wanna get that
You want-
badge
yeah.
that Apple Watch gives you saying you did your first half marathon, and after 13 miles, 13.1 miles,
Yeah.
it's like killer if you
Yeah.
don't get that.
Plus, I
badge.
walked a little bit further because I went around at the turnaround twice. Remember?
Will
And
you
so I
ever
was
let
like-
that go? You looped once so that I could catch up, and like to this
I
day, remember, I had to run
I
an
went
extra.
further.
Let's say you ran an extra marathon. Like, remember, I had to walk an extra like 0.1 mile to let you catch up.
I did.
Well, and the worst part is, you did it. I think at the halfway point.
Yeah, it was the halfway point.
And that halfway point, man, that was hell to get to. Because you're running, right? And you're like 3 miles. I actually have a video of like us crossing, I think, the 3 or the 5 mile mark.
Yeah.
And me going like, yes, suck it, 5 mile.
We're good.
Yeah, take that, mile 5. You're running. Oh, you're behind me.
At
And
5
like, it was
miles.
so good.
Yeah.
And then we just kept going. And I'm like,
Where's the-
how are we not even halfway done with this yet?
know. It
Like,
took
how is this still
forever.
going? And then you reach the halfway point and you're like, okay, cool. So, like, I'm not getting in my car. I still have to, like, run back the rest of the way. Can't even, like, crawl back. I have to run
Right.
back because there's other people watching me.
Right.
And they're like, yo, keep going. You're doing so good.
Yeah.
Man, that was.
It was definitely mentally challenging as well. Like, you got to have that mental game going. You got to keep, like, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish. I don't care what time it is. I'm going to finish this because, you know, your personal record, what you want to do. Like, that's what eventually, like, honestly pushed me to that point. Because I remember, I think getting to 10 miles, I was like, okay, definitely starting to have some pain here. And I mean, my toes, I definitely, like, for weeks after, actually, like, they were really sore. They were
Yeah.
bruised.
Yeah.
And I'd never had that before. Now, afterwards, I read, oh, yeah, that's a normal thing. Like, everybody, like, a lot of people get that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get that again.
Well, actually, speaking of afterwards, right? One big thing, one big change that we made is starting to do yoga to increase that pliability, right? Get a little bit better, make that joint more
Those
flexible.
hips, yeah.
I am not looking forward to the mental and physical wall, right? Because between miles 12 and 20, you tend to hit first your physical wall, which is like all the energy stores in your muscles being depleted. But then also like the magnified version of what we felt at mile 12 in the half marathon, which is kind of the what people call it, like the dark place, right? Where you get to mentally, where you're just like, I want to give up. This sucks. This is pointless. I don't care about any of this. And so getting past that and getting past the physical,
Right.
that's gonna be I think the big thing to figure out more so than anything else.
I mean, honestly, like, think about back to our ancestry when we, like, walking was just.
My ancestors are disappointed in me. Don't even, like, if they looked at my physical like abilities, they would just be like, this boy.
Well, ancestrally, you should be, like, yoga should be your thing.
It
so-
should be like, I got peeps in India watching this right now who are gonna be like, really, Yuvi?
Didn't you do it in
You can't do
school?
yoga anymore? You were so good as a kid. Wow. We're so disappointed. So, but yeah, we got a lot of lessons learned from that 5K. The first one, then the half marathon, then a lot of training. So there's been a lot of lessons learned. But as the marathon draws near, we're trying to up how much we run, how much, or how we hydrate,
Yeah.
how we do nutrition,
Right.
pre, during, and post.
Yeah.
And so, hey, if the YouTube algorithm brings this video to anybody who's an avid runner or a marathoner,
Yes.
feel free to drop any tips you got in the comments. What we should like a running strategy, training strategy, anything in terms of hydration, nutrition, energy, whatever. Feel free to comment down below. Let us know.
Right.
Give me that engagement.
Hey, we should watch that video you're talking about.
Oh, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this you laugh you lose challenges, which, as depressing as it sounds, I usually do alone. So I'm gonna try to see if you'll laugh at any of these.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so as it turns out, I was right. I laughed a bunch of times. I thought they were kind of funny. So
I
if
got a couple chuckles out of me.
no, you were like,
I tried.
you give us a little bit of this. That's
Smile.
you gave us one. That's all we got.
A little bit more than that.
So if anybody has any ideas on something funny. Okay, so that's funny. Remember how we were having technical issues earlier where 2 cameras weren't working? Well, now it turns out those 2 cameras are working and that one isn't. So I think this is a good spot to kill the video.
Looks like the card is full. Must mean it's had enough of us.
Yeah.
So if you have any comments you would like to share with us about marathons, running marathons, getting ready, prepping, anything like that, we'd love to hear it. As well as any videos that you think you're going to make me laugh at, send them.
Are you issuing a challenge to the world?
Yes.
Bold.
Yes.
Bold, all right. And as always, thank you for watching.